Hey friends, I had to start the camera from the other side. So here, me and Ember are hanging out. I just made her a shake in her own little cup, and this is a great way to get nutrients into babies, but that's not the point of this video. One of the things I want to talk about is those of you who deal with depression and some of the other things that come along with that world, and how you should grocery shop, and then how you should take care of yourself in your kitchen. I know we as a culture are geared towards convenience, and then those of us who deal with depression, you deal with an overwhelming need for everything to be as convenient as possible because you're struggling, and it's just true, and that's okay. But it's not okay to not take care of yourself and to recognize that a large part of depression comes from nutrient deficiencies. Now listen, I am one who believes that there is chronic condition, chronic depression. I for a little bit, I struggled with the belief that was actually happened, that actually was true, but I'm reminded that even when I am going before the throne of grace and talking to God about it, and even when I'm living in service and living in surrender to the Lord, and even when I'm taking care of myself, there's still depression that lives. So let's talk about the best things that we can do in the meantime. One of the things that Ember and I had just a few minutes ago is steamed broccoli. This girlie loves some broccoli, and so Lolly loves sitting with her and eating a little bit of broccoli. One of the best things you can do is get a big bag of broccoli and just keep it and parcel it out. Sometimes keep the whole bag raw, and then maybe take out portions and steam that you can take for a few days, where if you're needing something warm and comforting, you can go grab it out of the refrigerator, and you can get you some cheddar cheese. For the longest time, I did not do dairy, but I'm understanding more in my menopause years that good fats are good for me. I need to be cautious with how much, because the lactose is high in this type of cheese, in cheddar cheese. But also, if I'm needing something, some comfort food, I'm not gonna knock myself for eating some broccoli and melting a little bit of good cheddar cheese on top of it. Or if you're also, I had some mozzarella here earlier. One of the things that I like to do, and I want to share a picture of this, when I make my husband's spaghetti, I put all of the spaghetti sauce, meat sauce on top of steamed broccoli, and put some mozzarella cheese and a little bit of Parmesan with my mushrooms and onions, and I stick them in the oven, both of them broiling side by side. He has what he wants. I have what I want. Neither one of us are lacking. By the way, I do use gluten-free noodles for him. Berea makes a good gluten-free noodle that doesn't dissolve. And so that's a fantastic thing to purchase. That's good, better for your family. But then also you can, if you are not wanting to take in any extra carbs, then that's the way to go. Y'all, keep your spinach on hand and shove spinach in your shakes. This is a great way to get a ton of nutrients in your body. And then also, you've got this on hand for some of that, along with some of the raw broccoli that you've saved in your package. And you can make a great salad. Keep on hand some feta cheese, some blue cheese. If you like beets, keep that. Boil some eggs. I got all my eggs back here on the counter. Try to get your local eggs, y'all. Fresh eggs, those are the best. Also, keep your peppers. One thing that would be great is go ahead and slice up your peppers when you get them. You can pull them out and eat some hummus with them. Or if you're like me yesterday, where I just needed crunch and I needed flavor, I got my honey mustard dressing out. And there is some Ken's, or excuse me, not Ken's, Ray's no sugar added, and the stuff is fantastic. Of course, there's some extra stuff in there that's not that fantastic for you, but again, same thing as I was talking about with the cheese. If you're eating broccoli, if you're eating peppers, if you're eating the good things and you're just needing some comfort food, then this is gonna be okay. Don't knock yourself for that. Also, when you're ready maybe to make an omelet, you can throw those already diced up peppers, maybe throw some onions in if you've cut up some of those. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Throw them and make a quick omelet. It will take you far less time to make that quick omelet than it would for you to get in your car and drive down and get some nasty McGriddle or go through Sonic. You hear what I'm saying? You've got so many options here. Also, if you're in depression, a lot of times ADHD people will buy a lot of fresh fruit and say, I'm going to cut up all that fresh fruit. No, you're not. You're not. I would love to say, that I do every time I will buy it, but it's probably only about 50 to 60% of the time that I actually cut it up. So get the fruit that you want frozen. One of the greatest things that you can do, she's in on the game. Make bananas your sweeteners, both in your oatmeal, which is a great, easy food to make, both your oatmeal and your shake. But also if you need a little extra kick of sweetener, but you're not wanting to add honey or pure maple syrup, then pineapple is going to be a nice little kick. Don't put too much. You don't need a lot, but it's going to bring in that sweetener. Cherries, blueberries, strawberries. These are going to be your winners. These are going to be your winners as far as healthy shakes go. And you can also, in my refrigerator, I've got the Chobani Greek yogurt, plain, no sugar added. This is going to be a great one for you. Okay, Brussels sprouts. Now, in my times when I know that I'm not doing that great, I go ahead and buy them where they're already halved. And then that way, I don't have to worry about it. But it's going to be about the same price, halved. It is for half a bag. So I wanted to save the money and I wanted to get more Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to let myself take the time to do that. There's a fantastic Brussels sprout recipe where you can also put in with some diced sweet potatoes. And I've already put that in one of my other blogs, but I'll add that back in. And so another thing to do with sweet potatoes, if you are one who knows you're going into a hard week, go ahead and wrap them up in aluminum foil. Go ahead and bake all of your sweet potatoes, put them in your refrigerator and pull them out as you wish. And then all you have to do then is warm up your meat, or sometimes a nice fried egg along with sweet potato. Fantastic. And a little trick of mine, put a little extra sauerkraut along with it. You've got your sweet, your savory, your tangy. You've got all these wonderful flavors together. So another thing to do, make sure you have good Rao's marinara sauce with you, because if you are looking to create some sort of, like I said, with the broccoli, to change the flavor profile, keep these sort of things. I'm also a chip fiend. I love chips so much. And so I have to catch myself. Mary's Gone Crackers are the greatest. Another thing that you can do, and this is really going to be one of the last things I say. Another thing that you can do is buy this Simple Truth turkey sausage, no antibiotic, no hormone, and make yourself, saute that up. And this is a fantastic thing to make in your spaghetti sauce, but also you can make yourself a egg casserole minus the crust. But you've got your peppers, your onions, your sausage, you've got your cheese, you've got, of course, your egg. This is a fantastic meal that will sustain for a few days in the refrigerator, so that if you are just down in the dumps, you are struggling within, then you can go back and grab. Here's what I say, final thing, because I'm about to have to get this baby out of her high chair. But listen, the fact is, the Lord says, it's not that there won't be weapons formed against you. It's that they won't prosper. And what we're doing in this day is we're doing everything we can to live in the perseverance, the endurance, the character, the nature of Jesus Christ. So when he says, come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, I will give you rest. Sometimes that's going to mean he says, go to your refrigerator. You've got what you need. You planned ahead. Now use it. I'm going to give you the strength to fuel your body so that you can do another day. You've got what it takes. And what it takes is Jesus, period. God bless you, sisters. Talk to you soon. Bye.